for powerful conversations.
In the digital space.
RBL Live is your go-to destination for powerful conversations, real-life success stories, and unfiltered insight from today's leaders, entrepreneurs, and changemakers. Hosted by father-son duo Dr. James and Eric Zuley, the show delivers bold dialogue, inspiration, and actionable knowledge you can use right now. From business and media to culture and personal growth, RBL Live keeps it real, relevant, and impactful. Subscribe free at rbllive.com and stay informed with breaking stories, features, and exclusive coverage at eZWaynews.com. This show is sponsored by and asks that you donate to bvccharity.org. Here's your hosts, Dr. James and Eric Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomers Live listeners around the world. Good morning to our eZWay family. Coming to you today from the Zella Davis School in Hawthorne, live. We're screening kids today, a vision screening. I'm with Better Vision for Children, and I'm screening with the Lions KidSight program, and it's in Hawthorne, Southern California. And guys, remember to go to rbllive.com, Radio Boomers Live. We're here every Monday, and it's not just baby boomers, it's people of all ages, all backgrounds. We got producers, directors, celebrities, doctors, health professionals, business executives. It's amazing variety of people we have coming on the show. And we have a special guest coming up today that's going to be quite interesting. I find him kind of an interesting bloke. I'll put it that way. But no, it's exciting because the eZWay network has been built by Eric, eZWay Broadcast Network. It's cutting edge. It stays up on top of all the technologies, and getting out today, it's a whole different scenario. And you got to stay on top of things. If you have a business, whether it's yourself individually or your business, you got to plug into the right outlet.
Better Vision for Children, or BVC, is on a mission to protect what matters most: the gift of sight. Every year, thousands of children and teens go undiagnosed with vision problems that can lead to struggles in school, low self-esteem, or even permanent loss of eyesight. But with early eye screenings, we can change their future. Imagine a child who can't see the board in class, or a teen who feels left behind, when all it would take is a simple screening to put them on a path to clarity, confidence, and opportunity. Tonight, your support means more than just a donation. It means a child gets to read their first book clearly, play without barriers, and see the world with hope. Together, we can prevent vision loss before it's too late. Let's give these children the brighter future they deserve.
There you go. Better Vision for Children. And it's about awareness. And with Eric's Broadcast Network, we're getting a lot of awareness. The eZWay Broadcast Network. You got,
Did I hear my name?
Yeah, that's you, Eric. Yeah, I was about to tell them that, 25 to 30% of these kids we're testing are coming up with issues that we have to follow up with. So,
it's something incredible what you're doing, Dad. And I mean, to be on a tour with 15 schools to test 20,000 children and not get paid a dime. I have to make sure I really
the reward is
gets paid nothing for this.
The reward is priceless when you find these kids, and
the early detection and awareness that you're doing, and you're saving kids from diabetes and cataracts and myopia and amblyopia and blindness and potential blindness. Like you're saving children's visions on both tips and
get them early, Eric. That's the key.
So many people. It's amazing.
Get them early. And I was starting to go into a little bit about our special guest today and what he's involved with.
Super excited.
Yeah.
This is a big one, guys. I mean, out of all the shows we've done 4 episodes so far. The rbllive.com, we interview superstars and we give you guys a chance to interact live and meet these superstars in the eZWay interactive app, which you can get everything at eZWaynews.com. Everything we do is there. But without further ado, Steve Byron, who's the founder of the National Social Media Awards, was introduced to me by a lady named Cassandra Cooper. And we have been building and working on this project, National Social Media Awards in Los Angeles. And this is the third time now, I think, that they're doing it in Los Angeles. And this year it's going to be at the Avalon Hollywood. I mean, I can see behind the scenes all the superstars and all the influencers and the high level, amount of people that are responding to this National Social Media Awards, this NSMA thing. And this is a guy out of London, out of the UK, out of the Europe area. And they're shutting down entire city blocks right now, guys, in London. Like, they are huge in London, and we're about to make them even huger in the West Coast. And you guys watching the show, by you clicking the share button and you liking and engaging and telling people about this show, and helping us get the word out there, you're helping us make that happen. But I think, honestly, Dad, this is going to be the most powerful award show in history, bigger and better than all the other award shows, the Emmys, the Oscars, the Grammys. I'm saying it because everything is moving to that digital shift now, social media, streaming, and AI.
I was just talking to a couple of teachers about that. Yeah.
Well, so I'm going to do a quick little intro video on the National Social Media Awards, and then we're going to bring in the founder of the National Social Media Awards, Steve Byron, himself. And if you guys want to comment, you want to have any questions, you want to get involved, that's what the show's here for. RBOLive.com. We'll be right back.
Welcome to eZWay, where dreams ignite. Families come together, we got our light. In our community, everything feels right. We're building the future, starting tonight. eZWay first a brand new land. Vendor active app's in your hand. Making connections are part of the plan. Let's rock the world, understand. eZWay family, we were strong and bold. Together we rise, our story unfolds. In the verse we got tales to be told. eZWay, life is pure gold. From morning to moonlight we stay tight. Sharing our past, shining so bright. Through the app our connections take flight. In the verse we live right. Every click, every tap brings us near. Building our dreams without fear. Our community's love, it's crystal clear. Welcome to eZWay, we cheer. eZWay family, we're strong and bold. Together we rise, our story unfolds. In the verse we got tales to be told. eZWay, life is pure gold.
All right. Here's the man himself, the founder of the National Social Media Awards. Welcome to RBO Live. By the way, we had to change the music on that video because of copyright, Steve. I hope you didn't mind. But here he is, guys, the founder himself, National Social Media Awards, the biggest guy. Behind the scenes, behind the curtain. We're about to change that for social media. Steve Byron, welcome to the show.
You are now an official baby boomer. You just aged 20 years.
You got to unmute yourself there, Steve. Click the unmute button. So, guys, if you have any questions, make sure that you post your comments and you get into the show. Here we are, Steve. Thank you so much for being here. It's an honor to have you. This is we're going on this is the 1024th episode.
Wow.
Of our RBO Live, and hey, we got to start out by hearing, who is Steve Byron? What's your story? Why the National Social Media Awards? How did it get created? Give us the insights.
Yeah, start off by telling everybody what time it is.
Nearly 7:30. But yeah, no, National Social Media Awards, founded back in 2019. I was doing shows for other people, right? This is literally how simple it is. I was doing shows for other people in movies, film, TV, music. And one day I just kind of got fed up with it. And I was just like, you know what, actually, there's probably another area that I can go and do it myself rather than working for somebody else. So subsequently, I think it was December 2018, I came up with the idea. January 2019, started to kind of piece it together. You know how it is when you come up with an idea, you're kind of like, right, let's get the website, let's make that happen. And then you're like, right, once I've got that done, what's next? And I think it was only around about sort of September 2019 that you go from working a job to, right, you know what, I'm going to leave that job and I'm actually going to jump both feet into this. And we ended up getting our first office in September 2019. From that point onwards, it's been history. Well, minus COVID, obviously. I mean, COVID did kind of have something to say about it all, but yeah. Anyway, listen, once we all got past the COVID stage, I mean, I think that affected everybody as well. We kind of just went from step to step, climbing the ladder slowly but gradually, but not climbing it too quickly that we can't sustain it, but equally not staying where we are and being stagnant. So first year London was October 21. We had 350. Well, we anticipated 350 people. We actually had 575 people turn up on that night, to the point that we didn't even have enough chairs, which was not a problem I want to go through again, but it's a problem I'd rather have rather than having too many chairs and not enough bums to sit on the chair. So the first show was good. 3 months later, Cassandra and I went and done the Los Angeles show. We had 350 people attend that particular show. And then subsequently, every year afterwards, we've gone and done the London show. And then every bi-yearly, we've done the Los Angeles show. But again, I've always said this, it's, you know, that the credit really doesn't go to me. Yeah, I might come up with the idea, but the credit is to the amazing sponsors, the amazing partners that take part in the show every single year that make it happen. Without these incredible people that invest in the vision, see the vision and chip in, the show wouldn't happen. And I guess that's the same with most shows, really. No matter what you're doing, you need the investment to make it happen. So the kudos goes to the brands, really, and the people that buy tickets, obviously.
It's times are changing, right, Steve? Big time.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
And I think this is kind of where it's going, because I was just talking to a couple of teachers about that. The award shows, the great award shows from the past and everything, but there's a transition now, like Eric talks about brick and mortar to click and order. It's kind of happening in the industry like that. You know, the big productions are going live streaming, and that's where the new stars are. Some young kid with 10 million or 20 million followers, you know.
Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's the wave now is and I think it's not really about how many followers you have per se, because anybody can get followers. You can pay for followers now. You can make it seem like you have a lot of followers. I think it really matters. I mean, to me, is how many people do you get live that actually show up to an event in a venue. You know what I mean? And one thing that I do love about the National Social Media Awards and this partnership that we have with eZWay, we did one campaign, Steve, and that had over 100,000 views or something like that. Like, we had 50 something people put out that flyer at the same time, and that was an eZWay Promotions campaign in conjunction with the influence that you guys have. I saw the power that day.
And that was only across 2 days, wasn't it? That wasn't even the metrics normally do it within a 3-day period, 7-day period. That was only across 2 to 3 day period. So, which is good. I mean, look, I think social media is forever growing. I mean, everybody on the planet is in social media, and the average person has, I think statistically they say the average person has 7 platforms of social media. Realistically, don't know how true that is, but I know we've all got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Do you know what I mean? So we all have multiple platforms that we can kind of broadcast on. But I also think, like, with social media, it's endless, isn't it? I mean, back in the day when we was starting up the NSMA, the vision was, let's go and do something that's not being done. And again, you've got millions of film awards, you've got millions of TV, music, whatever, but there is not a single social media award show that is 100% public, transparent, and anybody can join that. I mean, one of the comments I just saw was from a chap called Alan about being involved with the NSMA in terms of being a candidate. He's just commented again. you can absolutely nominate yourself by just going on to the Instagram link. So either nsma.usa for the US region, or official NSMA for the London region. Go into the link in the bio, click on that, nominate yourself in whatever category. Bosh, it's as simple as that. And then after that, obviously, the more people that nominate you on that process, so don't just do it for yourself, get other people to do it for you. The top 6 names are mentioned, are shortlisted. And then at that point, you go to the voting stage. And then if you win, great, fantastic, we'll announce you on the night. Everybody that's shortlisted will get a ticket as well. So, which is obviously what we want you to be there. We want you to win.
If anybody wants to get involved, I want to just let you know, you go to eZWay Family on Instagram. You also go to nsma.usa on Instagram. Typically, that's where we're putting a lot of the efforts of where the engagement and the magic is happening. But this is also, you know, TikTok and YouTube, and it's all social media, right?
100%. Yeah. I mean, everything. I mean, let's be honest. When is there a day that we don't go on social media? Whether it be you're lying in bed in the morning just as you're waking up, kind of scrolling Instagram, checking your notifications, or just before you go to bed, or, you know, for some people, they like to sit in the toilet and just flip through TikTok. I don't know. Do you know what I mean? Everyone has their own habits, but everybody is on social media. I do think TikTok is the champion, if you like, of social media at the moment. I know that there is a little bit of geopolitical issues going on with that in the States, but I think that's resolved now. So, and I know it's probably coming in the UK.
I want you guys that are watching the show right now to post in the comments. Are you a TikToker? Are you an Instagrammer? Are you a YouTuber? What do you think? What's your platform of choice? And
I put my money on TikTok. I bet there's more TikTok.
Probably, yeah. Can you give us an idea, Steve, or is it still kind of a secret on what to catch?
Do you know what? I probably should know that statistic, but I don't. I think really the vast majority of us are on TikTok and Instagram. But I think TikTok is leading the way, in my opinion, anyway. I think TikTok is the one that's leading the way. I think Instagram is trying to replicate TikTok with extending how long the reels are, the feed, doing all of that. I think they're trying to copy TikTok somewhat. But I think TikTok have kind of got the edge. But I mean, TikTok was a great venting space for a lot of people during COVID, really. So I think during COVID, people kind of really got hooked onto TikTok, and you know, and then it's just.
So Steve, we have a pretty good audience right now, and I'm going to try my hardest to be able to do this, but I'm going to pull up the information on, you know, on the National Social Media Awards, and really what it is, what this is, and how powerful it is, and the reach that it has. And there we go. You know, and I'm just going to go through slide by slide and let you just really talk about this next amazing event that's coming up, and the opportunities, you know, that all of our viewers, all of the people that have social media in any sense, you know, are going to get, you know. So if you guys are interested, first and foremost, you can go to you can call that phone number that's on the screen. You can go, send an email to sponsorship@nationalsocialmediaawards.com. Dad, you got to mute yourself because I'm hearing a lot of background there. And basically follow the nsma.usa, the eZWay family, you know, on Instagram. But so what is this first page, Stephen? Let's just go ahead and go slide by slide.
Yeah, absolutely. So first page of the corporate opportunities. So for anybody and everybody that either has a service, a brand, a product, and they want to somewhat place themselves at the venue, but also align themselves with the ethos of the NSMA at the same time. Again, this is a bit of a statement about me, really, but in regards to kind of, you know, what we're doing with social media and why we think it's so powerful, and just a bit more about me, really, in that respect. I mean, I try to keep it.
I love how humble you're. Like, I don't want to talk about me. Keep going.
Yeah,
next slide.
Exactly. Let's move on. About me. And then obviously about the NSMA, what its vision is, where it is, what the goal is. I mean, just to give context for this year, I mean, we're looking at obviously doing LA June 7th. We're doing the UK October 28th. We're in discussions with Vienna for the end of September, and that's going to be at the same venue as the Eurovision Song Contest. Then we've also got Morocco, which is probably going to be around the 25th of November. All of this will be finalized in the next week or so. And then hopefully, fingers crossed, you never know, but maybe one other region like Dubai in December, fingers crossed. So yeah, that's basically the About Us page. Is just about us and what we do, and bringing the brands, the influencers, and the agencies closer. The past and present is kind of talking about what we've done and how we've done it. So London year 1, 27th of October. And by the way, I mean, the London has always been on a Wednesday. Why? I don't know. It's just by pure coincidence. It was on a Wednesday, and originally it was supposed to be on in May, actually, the first ever one, but it actually makes sense to do it in October. But anyway, statistically, since we've launched back in 2021, be it our first show, we've had over 1 billion supporters, and that is accumulated from all of the individuals that have turned up to social media, the social media awards, all of their following added together, and then our total overreach. So to give you context, last year's London show, we had 5.8 million people watch the London show alone, which is great. And then obviously talking about the attendees, so celebrities, where they come from, who they are. So generally speaking, the celebrity audience will come from reality TV shows such as Netflix, Too Hot to Handle, Perfect Match, The Circle, and then terrestrial TV like The Apprentice, X Factor, Big Brother, Shark Tank, so on and so forth. Nominees generally are that of those that you would recognize on your social media platforms. So we've had in the past your Mashtag Brady's, your Aaron Kraskels, your Daniela Stockley, and then obviously in the US we've had plenty of people like XOYO, Shaka Strong there that you can see, Pamela Jean Noble, Lika, Christina Menisov. So get some great individuals that have attended both London and LA. And then in terms of the corporate partners, anybody and everybody. I mean, I'll give you a random brand sponsor in the past. We had a pest control brand that sponsored the London show back in 2022, I believe it was, right? And you asked me, how does a pest control sponsor a social media award show? And reality is it was quite difficult, but the vision that we came up with their sponsorship was we have one guy dressed up in a big rat outfit, right? And then you got the presenter, and then this guy with the rat outfit is just running across the stage, and then some other guy behind him is running across trying to catch him in a big net. That's it. And that was literally their sponsorship. It was funny because a lot of people are like the presenters presenting, being serious, and then all of a sudden you got this big giant rat running past you. So there's always really cool niche and unique ways that we can advertise brands. In terms of the sponsorship opportunities themselves, we've got 5 options. So you've got your gifting, your bronze, silver, gold, and platinum. And whichever one you take, you always get everything included from the previous package. So let's say you go with the silver, you get everything in the silver, bronze, and gold, and so on and so forth. But the sponsorship generally, it goes from putting your logo on the Red Carpet Media Awards, sponsoring a category, so best fashion influencer presented by Coca-Cola, for example. And then obviously here we've got the previous guests, and these are just a handful of guests that have got a combined following of 23.4 million, and that's based on about 24 people there. So and obviously on the night of the awards we have way over that, we have tenfold that. So and that's pretty much that. You've got the Instagram for London, which is official NSMA, and then you've got the Instagram for LA, which is nsma.usa. And then obviously Morocco is nsma.morocco, and Austria would be .austria, and so on and so forth. Yeah.
So now you guys, you got the whole tour. You got the whole, I mean, this is what we do with the official committee meetings. And like this is the first time that's actually been put out in the public. And I know Steve's probably like, well, Eric, I wish you would have talked to me about this before you did this, but I really wanted to get you guys that are in the eZWay family that watch this broadcast to understand what this is and how amazing it is and what I've seen behind the curtain, and really the opportunity that we are opening up for all of the eZWay family, for all of our subscribers to eZWay News, to all the NSMA people. And and Steve, let me ask you this question. So we are also doing a lot of other collaborations. Shout out to Eva Patterson and everybody else that's doing major events. We got the Oscars viewing event coming up, eZWay Awards Golden Gala. We have BET Experience and so much more, right? So we're all collaborating and we've formed this amazing event coalition. How, in your opinion, how valuable do you think this year, out of all the National Social Media Awards events that you've done, the partnerships, the people, the buildup, everything that you've seen that's happened so far, what do you think is going to be different, and how valuable do you think this year, June 7th at the Avalon Hollywood, of all places, Live Nation, Netflix, all the productions they do, how much different do you think it's going to be? How valuable it is to someone to attend? Why would they want to buy a ticket? Why would they want to sponsor?
There's two parts to that question for me. So when I look at the first 5-year block of the NSMA, we've done well. We've got the blueprint there, so to speak, and we've had a great audience and a reasonable results from all of that. I would say that after the London show just gone, myself and my team, kind of got together and we're like, right, you know what, the next 5-year block, we need to do something wildly different. So connecting with amazing brands like yourself, Eric, BBC, eZWay, all of the brands, not just partnerships, but also sponsors. We're like, right, we need to go big or go home, basically. So this year, the Avalon in Hollywood, yeah, absolutely amazing venue. I mean, honestly, I'm so excited for that. To put it bluntly, for those that are watching that are, in my neck of the woods in the UK, the best way to kind of depict the Avalon Hollywood is it's no different to the Indigo at the O2. And likewise, those that are in Avalon or in America that want to know what the UK venue is like, again, it's no different to the Avalon. So they're both very similar. But in terms of now to what we've done, it's probably 3, if not 4 times the size of what we've done in the past. So pushing on with that, I kind of feel that if you've got that level of commitment that you need to make, you need to reach them obligations, i.e. you need to fulfill the venue invoices, you need to fulfill the volume of the venue as such, you're going to push yourself to it. But if you don't actually go ahead and actually bite a little bit more than maybe what you can chew, you're never going to achieve more than what you're used to achieving anyway. So yeah, Denny's in the audience from the Austria. He's heading up the Austria one. But yeah, I would say this year is going to be 100%, without any doubt in my mind, is definitely going to be the year that puts the NSMA on a more global standpoint, not just in the US or the UK, but also internationally. So Morocco, Poland, Austria, Dubai, and even if we're not in, say for example, Spain, we're not in Spain, people everywhere will see what we're doing based on what we're doing in LA and also London. Yeah.
And I want to point out too, and Dad, I'm gonna let you go ahead and go ahead and mute yourself. It's just a little bit of bad background because you're outside, so we had to mute you. Better Vision for Children is the official sponsor beneficiary on the National Social Media Awards, and we are testing. I mean, we'll be at 50,000 children probably by the time that we hit the National Social Media Awards, and it's just amazing that so many people are going to know about this cause. And thank you so much for getting behind it and supporting. And Dad, thank you for
I was going to say, is it kind of like behind the scenes, or can you mention some of the categories?
Yeah, I mean,
so I actually want to give you the stage, Steve, to go, because there's a lot of people that have been contacting me about nominations and about how to get involved and so on and so forth. So yeah, go into all the categories and the opportunities and how, even talk about other awardees and honorees in the past and what they got out of it,
Yeah. Okay. So we have a really, in my opinion anyway, a really special award, which we started doing back in 2023. So when you watch the Oscars, you watch the Brit Awards, the BAFTAs, whatever, everybody has the Lifetime Achievement Award. That one award that really goes to, someone spectacular that's doing something absolutely fantastic. So we create our own version of that, and we call it the NSMA Award of the Year. So every other category might be best fashion influencer or best Instagrammer or best TikToker. But this particular award is an award that we choose, and we choose it based on merit. So i.e., what is that person doing in the communities? What are they doing from a charitable standpoint? What are they doing internationally, locally? Do you know what I mean? They got to be doing something special. And I would say that's my most favorite category. I enjoy that one because, again, one of the reasons why we were so keen to work out something really special with BVC is because, as well as doing all of these events, it's also important to acknowledge and give back to the communities that obviously make the awards happen, but also the great, amazing causes that are going on, not just domestically, but internationally as well. So this year, we're focusing on a few aspects. Obviously, Better Vision for Children as the headline. We're going to be launching the NSMA Kids, NSMA Veterans, and the NSMA Awards itself. We will have 24 categories. They will range from best beauty, best fashion, best travel. And within each category, we will have 9 nominees, not 6. So that's something new that we're doing this year. Out of them 9 nominees, we will have 3 that are children, 3 that are normal influencers, adults, and then we'll have 3 that are veterans. And out of each category, we will have 3 winners. 1 child for the NSMA Kids, 1 adult or teenager or adolescent for the NSMA as it is traditionally known for, and then 1 veteran as for the Veterans NSMA. And we'll do that with every single category. Now, there will be a few categories that we can't do that with. So, for example, best aesthetics influencer, you're not going to have a child doing that. So it just wouldn't be on brand. Equally, social media couple of the year, you're not going to have a child that's probably going to be married and so on and so forth. That would be a bit wrong. So that's what we're doing this year. NSMA Award of the Year will be, again, both a child, both an adult, both a veteran. Last year, in fact, our recent NSMA Award winner was a chap called Charlie Sandhu. What a character that guy is. And he won it basically. He's an Indian guy, lives in the UK, and he goes around helping the soup kitchen, in the local area, going around. I think there's an organization called Medway Street Angels, and he goes around on a Thursday, I believe it is, or a Wednesday, helping the local community, feeding the homeless. And then on other parts of the week, he goes to the local Gurdwara, and he provides food, and he takes food around to people. And when I first met him, I think it was about 3 years ago, we were just in the store, in a Walmart equivalent, and I said to him, "What are you doing, mate?" He goes, "Oh, I need to go and pick up some nappies, some food, and whatever else." I was like, "You haven't got any kids? What are you doing that for?" And he goes, "It's just some girl on Instagram or Facebook or whatever that's struggling, and she's asked for some help, so I'm just doing some grocery shopping for her and her boy." And I was like, "That's really nice of you." So he was the last person to get awarded this past year, and that's primarily just for the work that he's doing in the community. And we'll have somebody in LA or in the US that will also win that as well. And definitely, if anybody's got any recommendations, definitely drop us an inbox. Yeah, all the other categories, we'll have 3 winners, and we'll have 1 child, 1 veteran, and 1 adult. And yeah, it'll be a bit of a new one this year. Yeah.
So, and is there any? Go ahead, Dan.
Yeah, it's nice having the variety, and with something like this, you have so many avenues you could go down, because the doors are opening all over with something like this. The new ones will be next year.
Agreed.
Is there any particular type of people that you're looking for as far as nominees and sponsorships?
Not really. I mean, I would say that traditionally, I mean, the more of an audience you have, the more likelihood is that you're probably going to get shortlisted. But it's not always that way. I mean, you could have 10,000 followers and win Best Fashion Influencer. You could have 1 million followers and win it. There's not really a defined specific amount of metrics that you need for that. For us, we literally, so when you go onto that link and you submit your nomination, what we see on the back end is we just see an Excel spreadsheet with each category, and it tells us the amount of times that person's been nominated. And all we do is nominate the top 9. So at that point, if you've been nominated 1 million, let's say 1,000 times, but you've got 10,000 followers, you'll probably get shortlisted. If you've got 1 million followers and you've only been nominated, say 500 times, the person with 10,000's got more. So it doesn't really make any difference. I mean, it helps, obviously, the more followers you got, but ultimately the difference is the volume of the amount of people that are actually nominating you.
Okay, so you guys heard a lot of the information on National Social Media Awards, and if you do want to submit to be nominated, or you have someone that you want to submit, you can go to nsma.usa Instagram or nationalsocialmediaawards.com. And as you can see, there's a lot of greatness that happens on this. I was there last year. It was a lot of fun. If you guys want to get involved and be an affiliate, in a sense, I mean, you guys know how we roll when we do events. If you're an eZWay member, if you have the app, if you have a profile with us, you can email me at ez@nationalsocialmediaawards.com and reach out. So next, Steve, I want to go into this Oscars viewing. We've got the eZWay Awards Oscars viewing. We brought the National Social Media Awards on as a partner. We brought you on to the committee. This is going to be in Orange County, which is a little different than Los Angeles. This is coming up on March 15th, the day of the actual Oscars itself. And you might be coming out. I mean, you might actually be there in person. I know a lot of people are anxious to meet the, founder of the National Social Media Awards. So basically, guys, you can go to easyoscarsviewing.com if you want to get more involved. And there's a lot of other partners, the Women's Channel and BET Raw and Uncut Experience, Raw Nation, Access Urban Hollywood, and we're really doing a lot with this. Steve? Why did the NSMA and you decide? And I know we work a lot together behind the scenes, and I'm executive producer now at the Los Angeles, and I'm part of the team. But really, what was it about eZWay Awards that you looked into? I mean, you came on board. You're like, hey, let me help you with the deck. Let me do this. Let me do that. Like, you got excited about it. What was it that made you want to get involved with this amazing award show coming up on March 15th?
I'll get a trip to Orange County. I've never been there before. No, I would say, I think if we take away whatever the event is about, including the NSMA, so let's just say you've got a load of people in one room and you're all going there for one purpose, and that is to meet each other, network. It's always a good opportunity to get out and about and meet other people that are like-minded, because the world is set up in a way that you just don't know who you're going to meet tomorrow. And we're fortunate enough to live in a world now where it's like we can travel to LA in 12 hours and be there. We can go to Australia and be there within 24 hours. Do you know what I mean? So whereas 7 years ago, that was a little bit more improbable. So I think being at any awards or any ceremony that's all glitzy, all glam, show busy, I don't know, that's right up my street. And I definitely think that I'm quite a simpleton personally. I think if it's up my street, it's going to be up a lot of people's streets. So on the flip side, with what you're doing, I think that where it's like an Oscars viewing, Golden Gala, you get to watch the Oscars, as well as then doing the eZWay Awards as with that. I mean, that's, you're getting more than, you're not just getting one show, you're getting, 3 or 4 different angles that you can go with it. And obviously, again, with Deb Drummond's book signing, and I just think it's good. It's very good if you can be a part of something where it's not just one particular event, but it's multiple things going on in one go. But they all complement each other. I think that's what's really unique about this.
Well, thank you. And I think that with the transition of AI, social media, and streaming television, we're going to be putting this to 100 different TV stations and streaming it live. There's a lot of amazing people, as you guys can see, that attended last year. It's covered by Getty Images, Access Hollywood, Extra, Shutterstock, on and on and on, and it's Orange County. This has never really been done. I mean, we have the Congressional 46th District, Louis Correa, going to be giving out certificates, and I mean, hey, stay tuned. You never know. There might be an NSMA special sneak peek teaser award. There's a lot of partners on this thing, and so those of you guys that are tuning in, you can go to eZWay.com. That's letter E, letter Z, to get more information, get involved, get your tickets early. And I mean, we're looking at about 40 tables strong. And so Steve, let me go into a little bit of advice now, because we always do this on the show. And Dad, anytime you want to shut me up, go ahead. But I really want to go into social media marketing advice, getting more followers. And a lot of people always want to learn, power of association. How do you get relationships? You have a lot of experience in being able to get a lot of followers and how to post correctly. Give us some advice on posting. And by the way, guys, this is the part of the show where you wake up and you start commenting and you ask your questions. And Steve, if you wouldn't mind, look at the screen. And if anybody has any questions in particular, maybe you can answer those questions. But let's go ahead and go down that direction. You're the coach now. You're the educator. You're the teacher.
Okay, where do I start? So I would say when it comes to followers, like consistency is key. So yes, you can buy followers like what we mentioned at the beginning. That said, if you do buy followers, it's the worst thing that you can do. It might look good at that particular moment in time, but when you push on later down the line and you're, say, trying to get a brand deal, your metrics, your statistical data that's on your particular platform is going to be so off that it's not going to be factual and it's going to be wrong. And then I'll give you an idea. Let's say you buy 10,000 followers. All of a sudden, your Instagram metrics are going to say you are increased by 1,000%. You're doing this. It's all good. It's all great. But then you're never ever going to be able to compete with that in one go, because you're not going to get, even we don't get 10,000 followers a click of a fingers. So you have to then wait about a year or so, or a good few months, for that statistic to wipe off the timeline so that you can actually get a true reflection of how your Instagram is doing. So, and then on top of that as well, I mean, if you do have a load of fake followers, the reality is your engagement is just going to nosedive off a cliff. So because they're not legit, most of them, if not all of them. So I would say that in terms of getting followers, the key is consistency. Like, that's not a case that you need to post every single day. You need to be doing stories 24/7. Like, you can just post maybe one photo a day, maybe 2 reels a week. Some people just do a couple of posts a week, a couple of reels a week, but they're doing stories on a regular basis. But whatever your strategy is, you just need to be consistent. So my recommendation would be more stories and then hashtagging them stories and adding people and tagging people into them stories. Maybe if you're doing sort of 3, 4, 5 a day, and then you're posting maybe 3 times a week, so 3 separate posts, and you're doing at least 2 reels a week. That's what I would say. And as long as you're doing it consistently, the followers will come. And then with the followers, you'll find that the engagement will increase as well.
So you mentioned hashtagging, and Dad, I'll let you take it after this, but do you know hashtagging pretty well? Because I don't think a lot of people really know what hashtagging really is and how powerful it is. And I know the algorithms change a lot and stuff, but explain you say hashtagging. This is a baby boomer show. They were maybe scratching their head right now and going, well, what's hashtagging?
What's a hashtag? Yeah. So a hashtag is hashtagging for dummies. This is what this session is going to be called. So the hashtag, basically at the end of your Instagram or on the post or on the story, you're going to put, let's say, hashtag Los Angeles, right? Now, anybody that's following that particular hashtag is going to see your post. And I say everybody, I mean, we all know that not everybody will see it. But the point is, anybody that's interested in that particular hashtag Los Angeles, if they're following it, your picture or your story will come up on their feed. Now, the key really is that, take, for example, hashtag FYP for your page or for you page. There are millions and millions of people following that particular hashtag. So by you just hashtagging that one particular word, all the millions of people have the potential to see that. And then you can also, I would say, probably do about 10 hashtags per post. But then particular individuals that the numbers on them hashtags, those people will see it. Now, obviously, I would say the rule of thumb is probably 2% of the people that follow that particular hashtag will see it. But if you've got, say, 60 million, let's say 100 million people following the YFP hashtag, 2% is still 2 million, right? So that's what I would say. And Alan, you said, so me and Ashley can promote our social nominations. Exactly. So basically, Alan, just to clarify what you just said. So when you nominate yourself, get everybody else to nominate you as well. Get them to go onto that link, register with us. And the register is really easy. It's just name, email, and telephone number, and what your Instagram name is. That's it. And then just get them to put your name in whatever you want to be nominated for. And you get as many people to do that. Then if you get shortlisted, you'll then get a flyer where we'll share it on our social media and yours, and also the brand that's sponsoring that. And then that's when your voting will start. So yeah, going back onto the hashtagging, the more hashtags that you can put on the post, the better. I would recommend 10. On your story, you can only do 1 through the actual feature on the hashtagging, but you can write hashtags on there as well. But again, the more hashtags that you put on there, you can hide them from your story as well. The more people are going to see your stories, and then the more people are going to be like, oh, who's this guy? Oh, Eric's doing this. Oh, that's great. Fantastic. Let me follow him. That's also how you're going to boost your following up as well.
So here's another little tip to add to your tip on hashtagging. There's search terms, keywords they're called trending. And so if there's a particular story or you see something that's out there that's I mean, if you look at a hashtag, typically it'll tell you how many people are using that hashtag. And so you want to find a hashtag that's got 1 million or more people using it. And then if you use that within your hashtagging, within your post, somehow you fit that in there, you're going to get more attention. You're going to get more followers, more stuff. You just got to get clever on how you do it. But great information. And Dad, I know that we're getting closer to the show. I don't know if there's anything more that you wanted to add or any questions. If not, I could do this all day long. I mean, I could go for hours on social media. I'm a social media master myself, so this is fun. Go ahead, Dad.
So, Steve, did we go through some of the categories, right?
We went through some of them, yeah. So we've got best fashion influencer, best travel, best beauty, fitness and well-being, best Instagram, best TikToker, best YouTuber, social media couple of the year, musician of the year, presenter of the year, NSMA award of the year, gamer of the year, or best gamer influencer, streamer of the year, content creator of the year. And there's definitely a few more because that was only a handful. But
there's a lot of jobs that seem to be disappearing when we do stats on that, because it can be done by an AI bot or whatever you want to call it, but it's opening doors in the fields that you guys are in. I mean, people could start their own show. They could. Years ago, that was a dream. I mean, you'd listen to the radio, watch TV, go to a movie. That was it. You couldn't do a show. Now you could actually do your own show and become part of the social media, genre that's going on.
That's actually a good point, Dad. Not to interrupt you, but Steve, we were talking about doing an official NSMA stream, like podcast show or whatever, for people to I mean, for one, affiliates to help support the event, right? For two, the nominees and the people that are lucky enough to be nominated, and to get the value of the 30,000 followers that National Social Media Awards has. And how likely is it, and when? Because I had a lot of people actually ask me this. When could we? I mean, like right now, you got an amazing broadcast. You see how professionally it's done. We have an engineer that's doing the thing, and this goes on television. Like we have channel 27.3 in Los Angeles, 1.4 million viewers. We have 100 other TV stations, cable, satellite, antenna, and we have streaming: Roku, Apple, Amazon. We have a lot of ways of pushing this out. And as soon as we have that MP4, you're talking about, wow. A lot of, I mean, we could have thousands of people engaging and literally talking to you right now, but I want to be nominated. I know this person, and we could have a contest where if you guys have a sponsor, if you know somebody, if you bring a sponsor in fact, why don't we do a little small teaser right now on the show exclusively, where we give you guys the opportunity. If you bring a sponsor for say 2,000 or more, we'll give you the opportunity to be interviewed or come on board, be an affiliate, get some spotlight or whatever. I mean, can we do something like that?
Yeah, I mean, look, listen, I'd even go as far as saying you bring a sponsor, I'll give you a ticket to come to the show. So, I mean, yeah, 100%. Drop me a message on Instagram. Let's figure it out. Everything, the sky is the limit, right? I mean, you don't ask, you don't get. That's my principle.
That's right.
If you've got something and you think it's going to be of use, or maybe it will be, maybe it won't be, then again, reach out.
Get on board. Yeah.
You don't know if you don't ask, and we're not going to know if you don't ask either. So
there was donors that said that. They said, my friends and I are wealthy people. We don't know what you need unless you send us some information.
So let's talk about the actual layout and the lay of the land of the night of the show. We're talking about doing like a 25-30 foot carpet, potentially shutting down the streets of Hollywood, talking to the council members and the mayors. We have access to a lot of that type of stuff. We're looking at 10 dinner tables, first come first serve, and only the top superstars will be able to sit at those tables. 100 or so theater style seating, and then the rest stand up. 2 balconies, two floors, as well as sponsorships, and who knows what products are going to be given away, and the behind the scenes of the stage, and Anything else I'm missing? What type of people do you think are going to be there? I know we've had a lot of people ask questions on that side of things, so they can schedule in their calendar. I mean, if you guys are watching the show right now, you want to schedule the calendar, and this is why. So, what can we expect to be there?
That the type of individual that will turn up to the show will be influencers, one that you recognize from social media. There will be celebrities from reality TV shows such as The Circle, Too Hot to Handle, Love is Blind, all of that. There will also be press and media there. So again, obviously the press and media that's relevant to Los Angeles and also the USA. And then you'll have other brands there, sponsors that will also have a handful of tickets as well. And then brands can range from cosmetic to travel to any kind of brand that you can possibly think of. Primarily, I would say our biggest brand audience is cosmetic fashion, I would say. But then, yeah, I mean, general public can also come as well. Typically speaking, the general public will purchase their ticket. But yeah, I mean, look, there's definitely going to be some absolutely fantastic, amazing people that will turn up. I mean, I would say at 750 people, I would say probably 500-600 of them are going to be either celebrity, reality TV stars, or influencers.
Well, and I want to highlight you guys right now that are tuned in, because every time we do the show, we always highlight one particular rock star that has just been a rock star the entire time of the show. And today's we're gonna dub the RBL rock star to Victoria L. Sanchez. Thank you, Victoria. And this is why. Victoria, during the show, she has been commenting the entire time. But without asking her, Victoria, I really appreciate this. Victoria started tagging people and bringing people into the show. Mary, another person came in, Lisa Marie. More people have been coming in. So thank you so much, Victoria, Shelly and Rhonda. I mean, Victoria's been tagging like all these people. So we really appreciate you, Victoria. You're the RBL rock star of the episode today. Thank you so much for that. So Steve, anything else in closing? I know you'll be at our VIP pitch party. You usually are. So again, guys, if you have the app, if you have an account with us, which is eZWay Interactive on Google Play or Apple Store, there's a lot of opportunities to get access to higher profile stuff. If you enjoyed the show today, make sure you subscribe to www.rbllive.com so you can get updated on next episodes. Get interactive and get your ability to make your dreams come true, get your ability to open up doors and that's a stepping stone of success. Those stepping stones, those speed bumps of life, we try to make it a little bit easier on you here at RBL Live, eZWay Network. But anything in closing, Steve, that you want to leave our audience with?
Oh, what not off the top of my head. Consistency. I think the topic for today. Consistency is key. Don't give up. Keep going. Push on.
There it is, and keep God first. Remember, guys, we have the Gold for God movement. Don't miss March 15th. It's a 30-foot gold carpet covered by the Superstar Media. We're going to have superstar influencers there, actors that you recognize. A lot of partners involved with this. Definitely put it in your calendar. EZOscarsviewing.com. And thank you so much for joining us, Steve. I mean, it's been awesome. And what time is it there for you out there in
About 8 o'clock.
Only 8 o'clock, yeah. So it's still.
Oh, so it's not that bad. This is perfect timing. All right, cool. Well,
we usually get you at 3 a.m, don't we?
You do, to be fair, you do.
Well, definitely appreciate you coming on the show. It's been a blast. So hopefully we can have you come back. There's going to be people that are going to ask questions. You guys can reach out and learn more and connect in our app. So make sure you do that. The VIP pitch party is this Thursday. And you've been a rock star. Super excited about National Social Media Awards and the collaborations that we're doing. And thank you so much for deciding to do it the easy way today on RBL Live.
No worries, my pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
All right, guys, keep doing it the easy way. And that was Steve Byron, the founder of the National Social Media Awards himself. Make sure that you look at nsma.usa and reach out to him, say hello. And next up, we have
All right, Eric. It's a good show.
And meet myself there. Dad, you're at this school. In closing, we got another couple minutes. Tell them what other schools are coming up, what BBC is doing, and hopefully you guys can donate. And if you do donate, we'll bring you on the show and get you to hundreds of thousands of people on eZWay News.
We're at the Zuley Davis Intermediate School with 822 students. Every day we come out to Hawthorne. It's the Hawthorne School District, Southern California. We're doing anywhere from 500 to 800 kids a day. And out of that, about 25% have a refer issue that needs to be followed up with. And that's the good part. I mean, at least we're finding them, and they could be detected and getting them fixed. But we want to spread this. I was talking to one of our eZWay members about opening up in another state, Eric. And we have about 5 different states now that they want to get started with this program. The BBC, I call it my Hope Tour. The screening kids, not just here, but everywhere along the country. And then I want to get involved in the Indian reservations and the foster community. We're going to be screening there too.
It's amazing how much we're expanding. By the way, guys, I forgot to tell you the scan code on the right and the left. You can scan, get right into our network, download the app. It's just simply amazing what you're doing, Dad. The site is on the screen. So go to bbccharity.org. Again, if you do donate and you go to eZWay Family or Better Vision for Children, you let us know. We will follow up with you and schedule you to be interviewed and support you. And thank you again to Jamie. Jamie's been tuned in right now Jamie's Charlie's mom, 10-year-old Charlie, who made the eZWay hat.
Jamie and Charlie rock.
Also doing NSMA Kids. Shout outs to you, Jamie. We so appreciate you. Shout outs to the whole team, Thomas, and with the veterans and Eva and Cassandra. Everybody. We're not forgetting the team behind the talent.
Absolutely.
And shout outs to On the Mark TV. I know On the Mark's going to be pushing this out like crazy, and everybody.
Number one. Yeah. Mark's rocking.
Everybody that's
a lot of great people, Eric.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. You guys rock. You guys make it happen. Make sure you tune in next week, Monday, 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. We may potentially have an actor with Adam Sandler that you might recognize. We're hoping to lock that in. So if you guys want to be a guest on the show, or you want to be an advertiser, go to rbllive.com and go ahead and submit to be a guest or advertiser. And remember, guys, you guys are the rock stars. You guys are the fuel to our vehicle that we're taking you places. Dad, go ahead and close the show out.
And I caught Trailblazers TV too. You got that out there? There's so many. There's so many great ones.
Oh, there's hundreds of channels. Yeah, Trailblazers TV. That's a secret. But yeah, we got some big stuff with Trailblazers. If you're a Trailblazer, definitely reach out. You want to reach out to eZWayTV@gmail.com to get involved. And that reminds me too, guys, we have hundreds of movies and TV series and podcasts and shows and so much content on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire. You see at the bottom there, go ahead and install the eZWay TV Roku channel, the iVod Roku channel. You'll see NSMA's channel on there. You'll see the past award show from last year at eZWay.tv. Go subscribe, guys, and check out the network and check out all the other content. And if you have a show, make sure you reach out to us. Call us at 877-399-2929 or email eZWayTV@gmail.com. Love to get your show on the network. All right, Dad, that's it. We'll see you guys.
Ready to rock and roll. Till next Monday morning, bbccharity.org. Next Monday morning, Brady Boomers Live, and we're signing out.
Leap into the future, break the mold. eZWay, spirit strong and bold. Every click, every move, so
eZWay Interactive. Start connecting the
thrive. In the heart of every city, we got a spark. We're the eZWay family, making a mark. With connections and trust, our bond is tight, turning every moment into pure delight. Got the eZWay verse right in our hands, building dreams together.
You're watching
like
eZWay
no
TV, powered by eZWayNetwork.com.
Download the app and take the pledge. We are the fire in the dark.